Now at 10, a nonprofit rescues a dog in southwest Missouri after it's found with an arrow in its head. Plus, how Kansas looks to help students achieve better math skills. And a rivalry series kicks off today between Missouri Southern and Pitt State.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Some Good Samaritans in Noel, Missouri rescued a dog that was found with an arrow through its head. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Cale Chapman has more.
Rescuers from a local rescue group, I'm Your Huckleberry, came to pick up the dog and her puppies. Sherry Carter was the rescuer who took the dog to the vet and is now fostering the dog, which she named Noel. She's also fostering the puppies and has converted a room in her home just for the dogs.
That I thought I'd go ahead and go help. So yesterday afternoon, I went and helped her, loaded her up and took her to the vet.
Noelle and her puppies went to Village Pet Hospital in Bella Vista, Arkansas, where Noelle had the surgery to remove the arrow. Village Pet Hospital did the surgery at cost.
It was a big effort to get her to the vet. You know, I didn't act alone, and there was a lot of people helping, so that was great.
I'm Your Huckleberry organized an online fundraiser on their website for Noelle's surgery, but there's still work to be done.
So even the money that doesn't go to Noelle and her care, of course, there's a large need for all the other animals that are there.
I'm Your Huckleberry and other area rescue groups are looking for more foster parents and volunteers for their operations. Reporting from Noel, Missouri, I'm Cale Chapman, KOAM News.
You can find the support link for Noel and I'm Your Huckleberry on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for our first look at the weather.
Well, it definitely was a gloomy day for us today. We've had a few showers, a little bit of drizzle throughout the evening hours, but temperatures chilly. 44, we should be topping out at 53. Look at this. We started at 22 during the morning hours. Pretty much our winter weather advisory is done. It's up toward the north now as we are seeing showers, most of the drizzle pushing off toward the east. So it looks pretty good as we go through the rest of the overnight hours for us tonight. It is cooling down. We're at 34 in Nevada, 39 Neosho, 36 in Miami, down to 33 in Chanute. Most of us will drop upper 20s to near 30 by the time we head into the morning. So here's your overnight planner, 31 at 7 a.m., 39 at 10 a.m., a little bit warmer as we go into the weekend. Also some thunderstorm chances. We'll talk about that here in a bit.
See you soon. The Kansas State Department of Education today announced a contract with IXL Learning Program so students around the state can improve their math skills. Galena High School Principal Toby Van Cleve says the high school is familiar with the program as freshmen and sophomore students have been using it for some time, a couple times per week in class. Van Cleve is excited the state now considers the program valuable for everyone and says it'll save the school money.
And it worked out good for us this time in our district that we're currently using a program that the state says is valuable to the point that they're going to pay for it for all schools in Kansas for the math portion.
The free math program is available for accredited public and private Kansas schools K through 12 starting today. Schools already using IXL will be provided a credit for an extension to their current subscription. Right. U.S. Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas today got a first-hand look at a high-tech farming technique. The senator toured Leafy Greens Farm in Pittsburgh. It's a hydroponic facility where plants are grown in nutrient-enriched water without the need for soil. Since plants are grown indoors, the facility provides fresh produce year-round, regardless of weather. One goal, to make fruits and veggies more enjoyable for all ages.
Well, I think on both ends of the spectrum, senior citizens as well as our kids growing up as well, that we can try to give our kids strawberries or fresh fruits and vegetables on their lunch tables, but they're not eating them because they don't taste good. So what Leafy Green is doing here is making a product that is not only healthy, but also it tastes good.
Leafy Green grows its produce inside repurposed shipping containers. It says this farming method uses only a small fraction of the water used for conventional farming. Oswego Health and Rehab in Kansas has welcomed a brand new member. Oswego Health and Rehab has a new member. It's Rosie, a robot, to help make the lives of staff easier and to enhance the time staff can spend with residents. For now, Rosie is only helping with dietary needs.
This robot has been quite exciting for the residents.
Oh, I think it's neat. I think it's special. I think it makes us special.
Oswego Health and Rehab is the first in Kansas under Mission Health to have any AI technology. The Crawford County Mental Health Center announced 2 brand new programs. The Assertive Community Treatment Program, or ACT, will consist of weekly intervention services. The goal will be to reduce client interaction with law enforcement and unnecessary ER visits for the severe and persistently mentally ill. The Individual Placement and Support Program will help people with mental illness find employment regardless of their background.
I love seeing people improve and succeed and go from maybe being homeless and on the streets to a functioning person in society with a job and having a purpose to live.
Improve quality of life and reduce suffering, and so that's our main purpose for going on.
The Individuals Placement and Support Program launches Monday. The Assertive Community Treatment Program launches Tuesday. Coming up, some slight relief for drivers. We're going to look at why gas prices have taken a small dip recently. Plus, the Ukraine commemorates 1 year since the start of the war with Russia. You might have noticed prices at the pump going down a little. According to AAA, the national average price of a gallon of gas fell 3 cents this week to $3.39. That's mainly because the price of oil is falling. It's down almost $5 a barrel and is now trading in the mid-70s, but the price of oil makes up only about half the price of gas. Jasper County, Missouri gas prices are ranging around $2.94 a gallon. Crawford County, Kansas, $3.14 roughly on average. Ottawa County, Oklahoma, $3.03. 1 year since Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. It's estimated more than 200,000 people have been killed from both sides. Ukraine's president honored those lost today and vowed to keep defending his country. Reporter Willie James Inman is in Washington with details, including the latest round of U.S. aid.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky became emotional when talking about his family on Friday, the 1-year mark of Russia's invasion. My children are the most important people for me, he said. I do not see them often. Asked what he wants from Moscow, Zelensky said the Russians must stop bombing civilians and leave Ukraine. The Ukrainian leader commemorated the war's 1-year mark with a solemn memorial in Kyiv, honoring soldiers and the relatives of those killed. On the front lines, a 31-year-old radio operator, Ivan, remembers the Polish fish factory he was working at when he heard of the invasion. He then rushed home to defend his country. Now he says he's grateful for the support from people around the world.
If Ukraine stops fighting, Ukraine ends.
The U.S. announced a new $2 billion security assistance package that includes more ammunition and small high-tech drones, as well as another round of sanctions on Russian companies, banks, and people. For more immediate help, Poland delivered the first batch of German-made Leopard tanks, while Russia's ally China called for a ceasefire and laid out a 12-point peace plan. Zelensky was receptive to Beijing's possible diplomatic role, and he said he eventually plans on meeting with China's president. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Another American has been killed fighting in Ukraine. 28-year-old Andrew Peters, a U.S. Army veteran from Wisconsin, was with Ukraine's International Legion. Disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein is sentenced to 16 years in prison. California jury convicted him in December of raping a model and actress in a Beverly Hills hotel room in 2013. Weinstein had pleaded not guilty. He's already serving a 23-year prison sentence handed down in New York back in 2020 for another rape conviction. Weinstein's attorneys have filed an appeal. Inflation unexpectedly picked up speed in January. The Commerce Department reported a 5.4% annual rise for the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index. The Federal Reserve uses the core PCE index to measure prices for goods and services, excluding food and energy. A little bit later, some area kids show off their singing talents at the 2023 Carthage Soundfest Show Choir Competition.
Plus, we have some thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be kind of a gloomy day for us today. Clouds all day long. We had some showers, some drizzle throughout the evening hours. Most of that is winding down. Parking lot filling up. Indigo Sky Casino and Resorts Friday night, heading into the weekend. Overall, not a bad weekend. We had a winter weather advisory in effect in our northwestern counties earlier, and now this is mainly up toward Kansas City as we have seen these showers. We still have a little bit of drizzle out there, but not as much as what we did have earlier. So a few pockets of drizzle. Liquid, we're staying above freezing for most of us as we go through the next couple hours. All right, let's go outside. Temperatures, it's a little bit colder. Northwestern counties, Yates Center 31, 33 in Chanute, 36 in Veneta. Then you have 41 in Anderson, but everybody's cooling down tonight. We're going to drop back upper 20s to near 30 degrees. 36 in Joplin, humidity is at 64% through the night. Slide back through the 30s. Overnight low right around 31 degrees by morning. All right, so this weak wave exiting, strong storm system out to the west, producing a lot of snow in places in California that usually don't get snow. That system is going to give us showers and thunderstorms by the time we head into Sunday night. Until then, not a whole bunch going on. Mostly cloudy to start. Clouds kind of thicken through the day. Mid-40s by noon. Most of us during the afternoon pop into the 50s. Lamar 50, Cassville 53, Grand Lake 50, Parsons up to about 48. Tomorrow night after midnight, we get some showers that pop up. Hit and miss light showers across the region. These kind of pass through into Sunday morning. Then most of Sunday, just mostly cloudy skies. A little windy, but look at our temps. We're into lower 60s across the region. Now, Sunday night, a band of showers and thunderstorms drive in. Here's 11:30 p.m. This band will start to work into our western counties by about 9 p.m. That's the way it's looking right now. It's still 48 hours away. These storms could pack a punch. Some of them could be strong to low-grade severe. So we need to watch this. A greater threat for severe is going to be across northeastern parts of Oklahoma. But something we want to watch over the weekend. These drive through, mainly out of here by 2 a.m. You can see a few more clouds, a couple showers wrapping around this system late, but then Monday overall is looking pretty good. All right, here's your day planner for you. Tomorrow, 31 start, 45 by noon, high temp, 54, a lot of clouds during the afternoon hours. Additional rain with our next storm system. We get a few showers that rotate through tomorrow night, and then we have that line of storms that drives through Sunday night. So a lot of areas, a quarter, upwards to a half an inch of rain, which is always good. That's what we need this time of the year. Then we really warm up as we head into next week. We have pretty good days moving in. 54 tomorrow, 64 on Sunday, 66 Monday, 68 on Tuesday, 58 on Wednesday. We do need to watch a storm system by the time we get Thursday, Friday. That could give us a little bit of rain over to snow late next week.
We don't really want snow late next week.
Oh, yes, we do.
Do we? Okay. Well, to each his own, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doc. Carthage Schools hosted a competition bringing together some of the best student choir groups in the area. It's called Carthage Soundfest Show Choir Competition. Groups from several area schools participated. There were awards for different categories, including Best Choreography, Best Band, and Best Vocals.
And the cool thing about this is it's not like football or baseball where it's against one another. They get out and they support each other's choirs and they cheer them on because they want to hear a good performance. And it's great. All the areas really support one another.
The competition continues tomorrow. Still ahead, Pitt State and Missouri Southern baseball hit the field for Game 1 of their rivalry series, and the Fort Scott girls aim for the outright SEK League Championship on the road against Independence. Jacob Leonard has those highlights and more up next.
We have a big-time girls basketball matchup in Southeast Kansas tonight with the Independence Bulldogs hosting the Fort Scott Tigers. Both teams are ranked in the top 10 in the state in Class 4A, with Indy sitting at number 5 and Fort Scott at number 8. Now, this one is an important one. If Fort Scott wins tonight, they are outright SEK League champions. If it's Independence, the two teams share the league title. We'll pick it up second quarter. Keegan Yarrick, corner 3 for the Tigers. She leads the way with 14 points, but Indy up 2 at halftime. To the fourth quarter now. Carson Wonderly, nobody there. She pulls up, buries the 3. Wonderly scores 5. That gives Fort Scott a 3-point lead. Now, later in the fourth, still a tight game. Yarrick finds Kinsey Murphy wide open. Gets the Fort Scott lead to 4 with under a minute to go. Now, still a 4-point game. Final seconds. Abby Vale hits the 3. She scores 12. But that's just not enough tonight. Fort Scott holds on 34-33. The Tigers are outright SEK League champions. Now, to local wrestling now. We have 4 guys who will wrestle for individual championships in Kansas tomorrow. Ty Leedy and Trey Dillo from Chanute, Kanan White from Field Kinley, and Cohen Wright from Independence. And these guys all went 3-0 in their respective weight classes today to make the finals. The Pittsburgh State Gorillas and Missouri Southern Lions begin MIAA play with a rivalry series this weekend. The Gorillas host the Lions for a 3-game series, with Game 1 being this afternoon in Pittsburgh. And both of these teams off to pretty good starts this season. Pitt State is 8-4. On the other side, Missouri Southern is 9-4. At top of the second, Will Doherty just crushes this ball to left. Clears the wall out there. Solo home run for Doherty. Southern has the first run of the ball game. Cole Woods, money on the mound early for the Lions. Second inning, swing and a miss. Later in the inning, same result here. Woods, check it out, a little stare into the dugout after this one. He didn't give up a hit until the 5th. Now here in the 5th, Cade Clemens up for Pitt State. Liner to the left field corner, bounces off the wall. Dagan Brady scores. Pitt State gets 2 in the 5th to tie the game up. The next inning, Clemens back to work. Good effort out there in left, but the ball gets down. Austin Warkins scores. Pitt State has their first lead of the day. On the mound for PSU, Zach Shoemaker, a Missouri Southern transfer facing his former team for the first time. This is his last pitch of the day. Swing and a miss, and check it out. He's fired up. I think he wanted this one today. 7 innings, 8 strikeouts for Shoemaker. Then the Gorilla bats get hot. Austin Workins with runners on the corners here. Sends one opposite field. Connor Locks trots in to score. Gorillas pulled away to take Game 1 over Southern tonight, 8-3. In the major leagues, the Kansas City Royals played their first spring training game of the season today. The Royals face the Texas Rangers in Surprise, Arizona. Kansas City wins this one 6-5. Tucker Bradley hits a walk-off solo homer in the bottom of the 9th. These two teams will be right back on the field again tomorrow at 2:05. So an exciting game today between Pitt State and Missouri Southern to open that series. Game 2 of the series tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then they'll wrap it up Sunday at noon.
Yeah, spring is right around the corner. Baseball.
It didn't feel like it out there today,
No, I know.
but the calendar says it is.
Yeah, and people are playing on the diamonds anyway. We'll be right back. In the music industry, it seems women are missing from behind-the-scenes roles. According to a USC Annenberg Inclusion Initiative study, women make up less than 3% of music producers. As reporter Danya Bacchus shows us, one organization is working to ensure women put their input and imprint on the music industry.
In order to have the perfect song,
What is your favorite part?
you have to have the right beat. At studios in Miami, Florida, and North Hollywood, California,
Can anybody tell me what BPM is?
the next generation of music creators are working to break the glass ceiling.
It's extremely important for girls to be able to see themselves in these roles.
Tiffany Miranda is the founder of Girls Make Beats, a nonprofit empowering a new class of female producers, DJs, and audio engineers. She started the organization based on her experience in the music industry.
It normally was men who were telling me, you know, what creative direction I should be going with my music, how I should dress, what I should say. And there was just always this huge disconnect for me because I was like, where are all the women?
Women make up less than 3% of music producers. That's 38 men to every 1 woman.
This is why, like, I have to do it. To, gotta increase that percentage.
13-year-old Malika Shabazz, who as a multi-threat recording artist goes by Sparkle, has been a part of Girls Make Beats since she was 9.
I want to learn how to do everything behind it so that way I could take control of all of my music.
The girls, who range in age from 5 to 17, are already making their mark by producing an official remix for Janet Jackson, music for a Ford commercial with Angela Bassett, and DJing for Missy Elliott. For Sparkle,
My headset on and I'm with my DJ crew, we're having some.
Girls Make Beats isn't just about the music, it's given her confidence.
Yeah, I'm a girl and I'm in this industry and I'm killing it and I'm doing what I love.
Ultimately, if we see that a young girl is able to obtain the confidence to do whatever it is that she puts her mind to, then we've done our job.
The job of knowing girls can rock with the best of them. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
It's a little bit chilly out there. We have some chilly weather this weekend.
Yes, we're going to drop back upper 20s to near 30 for us tonight. 54 tomorrow, a lot of clouds, some showers after midnight for us tomorrow night into Sunday morning. And then thunderstorms roll in Sunday evening, but next week, a good stretch of nice temperatures before rain and snow late in the week.
Final sports note.
We told you the Fort Scott girls are SEK outright champions. It's their second straight conference championship right now. They're 18-2 overall and 11-1 in the conference.
It's pretty good.
It's very impressive. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget KOAM News tomorrow at 6, 9, and 10, and let's make it a great weekend.